Stereotype refers to a widely accepted judgment regarding a group of people, which is often oversimplified and not always true either. Now, this stereotype has impact on several aspects of our life. First of all, it has impact on our gender role. It affects different skin color people, and most importantly, it affects local identification. Now, I hope you remember this person named Eric Garner. When he was killed, all the newspapers were headlining that, and a Black American has been killed by a white cop. Now the question is, why do we have to say Black American? Why do we have to stereotype? Why just we can write that he was an American killed by another American? Why do we stereotype? So when we are stereotyping people, it has several impacts in society. First of all, it creates discrimination. In different cities of the world, still you can see that, oh, you are African American, you can apply here. You are Mexican, you are not wanted. You are Asian, you are not welcome. So this discrimination is the result of this stereotype. Also, it leads to misconception. In different parts of the world, people think that Muslims are violent. Therefore, a single individual Muslim often suffers. People think, okay, he or she is Muslim, we cannot be friend with him or her because he is or she is violent. So all the discrimination and misconception leads to inferiority complex. For example, a person who is not white, who doesn't have straight hair, whose hair is curly, he or she may be not considered as local in America. People will laugh at him or mock at him, and this will lead to him his or her existential crisis. So how did it begin? It began during the colonization period when a lot of people had been transferred from one place to another. They were transported. So already the people who were living there, they began to think that we are superior, and the people who have been newly transported are the newcomers and they cannot be locals. So how is it still prominent? Media plays an important role to keeping to the stereotype. Now, many big companies broadcast many type of advertisement that shows that if you belong to that type of that stereotype, you are not going to get a good job. Maybe people won't like you, so you have to convert yourself to this stereotype. So use our product. Now, also, entertaining media uses the same criteria. In many movies or animation, you will see that all the good guys are white, but somehow the bad people are from another ethnic group. So this also creates a subconscious idea on the little children that stereotype matters. Also, political leaders use this stereotype for their advantage. A few days ago, an Indian parliament member said that all the Muslims would be kicked out from India. Now they are saying that Muslims are not local. The locals are the Hindus. So political leaders also take advantage of this situation. Now we have to come out of this stereotyping ideas. We have to understand that this stereotype only exists in our brain. This is not a real fact. We cannot be determined or defined by the stereotypes ideas. We are human beings and we are all equal. So we have to break these stereotypes, especially in case of local identification. And for that, we have to redefine the definition of locals. So who are locals? We just can say that people who are living in this particular area for hundreds of years, they are local. No, locals can be those who are living in this country and who are working for our country. They should be local. And also you have to understand that we are now a global citizens. There's only one area, and that is planet Earth. So we are all equal. So if someone comes from another country, or if someone is not look like me, I can say that he or she is not local. He or she can be local because the whole world is just a single area and we all can be local. And also you have to keep in our mind that religion at the end of the day is just a set of activities. We cannot identify locals on the basis of religion. Say, oh, okay, you are not Muslim, then you cannot be the local of Bangladesh. No. Any group of people from any religion can be local if they love the country, if they work for the country. So we should not discriminate. And also we have to understand that not all flowers are red. Flowers have different colors, and that's why they look more beautiful. And that's the same case for human being. We can have different skin color, and that doesn't mean that if I'm brownie and someone is white, he or she cannot be Bengali. Anyone with any skin color can be the Bengali. So anyone who works together for the same country can be considered as local, and we should not bother much about local and not local, because at the end of the day, we are all equal. We should work for development, for growth. We should not be bothered about, okay, I belong here, I am local and you are not. And also in different parts of the world, a group of certain stereotype has been now considered that they don't belong to us. So for those certain areas, we have to highlight those people who have worked for the country, who have contributed for the country despite being from another stereotype. For example, APJ Abdul Kalam in India, who despite being a Muslim, contributed in science development of science in India. Also, we have to ensure that every human has been considered equal. Okay, it's okay that if you are local or not local, you can be one of us. If you don't live in this area for hundreds of years, still your family can be considered as local, because we are all human family. And most importantly, media has to play a positive role here. Media should be free, but they should not be carefree. So media should not stereotype people saying that, okay, that is a Muslim who did the bad thing, or that is a Christian who did the bad thing. They should not stereotype people. Rather, they should play a role to unite people. And also we have to spread awareness. We should not let others take advantage of these stereotype ideas. Some political leaders take the advantage of stereotyping. We should create awareness about this, and education should also play an important role on this. And the more we talk about this stereotype idea and locals, we can have more genuine ideas. And also we have to think about a better future. It doesn't matter what has been done already, that is done already. We should look for a better future that is free of stereotyping, and that doesn't stereotype locals and non-locals. Anyone can be local if they play their role for the development of the country. So that's all from me. Thank you, everyone.